What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger, my friends. So y'all know the vibes. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
Congratulations, Ayanna Moore, Shea Ralph with us here. There's a million ways to go with this. Let's let you talk about this young lady to your right. Have at it, yes.
Let's start with the kid that we wouldn't have won without. I mean, I don't want to take up the whole time talking about Ayanna. When we got here, she's one of the ones that stayed with us when we were hired. She didn't commit to play for me. She's been through hell and high water. Through an ACL. I've been really hard on her this year. But I remember last year when we lost in March, and she was like, I don't want to do this again. I want to win in March. And so we talked about learning how to win in March. She's playing the best basketball of her career right now, and that's the reason we won today, and that's the reason we're going to have the best March in the history of our program.
Why did you stay? Because of Shea?
I mean, it's Shea Ralph.
Hey, Tom Garrett.
I think that's all that goes that.
Yeah.
It's Coach Ralph comes from a winning program, and I wanted to come here and do something special. And I mean, why not do something special with her?
So we finally know who the number one seed South Carolina Gamecocks will kick off their postseason play against, and it is against a very confident and upstart Vanderbilt team led by two underclassmen in Mikayla Blake's freshman of the year in the SEC and Camille Pierre, sophomore, double-double machine. Now, I know what y'all are saying. South Carolina beat this team by almost 30 last time, completely smacked them in the mouth, dominated them, and ran up out of there with a dub. Yes, you would be correct if you said that. But what you need to know is not only did they just beat a very talented Tennessee squad with the big three of Blake's, of Pierre, and of Ayanna Taylor, who is really finding her rhythm right now, scoring the basketball. But on top of that, they have not lost since that loss to South Carolina. They are on a 3-game winning streak, and they have confidence at an all-time high, feeling like Coach Ralph got her group thinking they can play with anybody. Now, like I mentioned, they smacked up Tennessee today. First time ever in program history they've beaten Tennessee twice in the same season. So it's very impressive. Looking at the matchup, last time, we know Joyce Edwards, Malaysia Fulwiley, Tahina Paopao absolutely took over this game and dominated. The defense really set the tone for South Carolina in that contest, man. They forced like 17 turnovers and turned them into transition points on the other end. They made things extremely hard for Mikayla Blake's in that first half, just like we saw in the game against Tennessee, man. She started off really slow. Talasia Cooper was locking her up, but she started attacking the cup and making adjustments, and that's what makes a great player.
Yeah, she's special. Like, she's special. I mean, to come in early and to have done what she's done, I don't know if there's a bigger offensive impact. I mean, she's very, very efficient, and that's what we tried to do. We just tried to make her as inefficient as possible. Yes, she's going to score points, but we wanted to make it difficult for her to score those points, and I thought we did a pretty good job. I thought we made her defend, and that's part of the process of when someone is capable of scoring a whole lot of points. They can't relax on defense. You got to make them guard, and I thought we did a good job.
I mean, it's hard to stop when you got the greenest of green light. It's hard to stop. You're unafraid. You have no fear of missed shots. You have no fear of turning the ball over. You have no fear. So it's kind of hard when you're running up against a player like that. You just got to make it difficult. You got to control what you can control. You can control if you're fouling her or not. You can control whether or not you're giving her clean looks. Those are the things that we can control. And we just try to get her to play inefficient basketball.
Now, South Carolina defense is going to be key. How they decide to play Mikayla Blake's again. We know Don Staley has big respect for her, but Raven Johnson, Malaysia Fulwiley, Tessa Johnson, Tahina Paopao, the guards on this lineup played exceptionally well in the last contest, and it was a team effort as far as scoring the basketball too. Like, South Carolina got everything they wanted in that contest, scoring the basketball, man. You had three players, like I mentioned, Fulwiley, Edwards, Paopao, leading the way offensively. But you also have Bree Hall as well as Raven Johnson helping to force turnovers, man. And they never really allowed that explosive Vanderbilt offense to get going. They forced 17 turnovers, like I said, smoked them on the glass as well. They held Mikayla Blakes to 19. They held Pierre to 14 and 10, well below her season averages on the scoring part of things. But she did well on the boards. 10 is a little bit higher than the 9 she's averaging. At 6'1", though, man, she could definitely be a problem. But we'll get to that. Mikayla Blakes, it was a tough night. And then Ayanna Moore. I said Ayanna Taylor earlier. I apologize. Ayanna Moore is who I meant. She is definitely going to be a spark plug. She proved that she is the other part of that big three going forward, man. She lit Tennessee up. She's playing at an all-time high, didn't miss from the three-point line, but she had a bad game. Nobody else scored over 5 points but Ayanna Mitchell, Pierre, and Blakes. It was complete lockdown. South Carolina definitely flexed their muscles, winning 82-54. Vanderbilt's a smaller team, man. South Carolina can definitely take advantage of pounding it in the post to Edwards. I expect Kitts and Fagan to be heavily involved as well, and they're really going to try to squeeze the life out of this offense, shrink the floor, and move the basketball. Vanderbilt, though, man, I tell y'all what, Pierre is an absolute monster, a sophomore. Like, this isn't the same Vanderbilt team they played. They are playing with an all-time confidence. Mikayla Blakes, is a quick learner. She makes adjustments. She was big today in the win against Tennessee, and I expect her to come out super confident and score the basketball. But they will need Ayanna Moore, the upperclassman, to really come out and score the basketball. She's had some big games in the past now, before Blakes even got there, and she decided to stick around and really just play for Coach Ralph and trust this process, man. But Vanderbilt shoots the ball well. They move it well. They have guards that make exceptional plays. They create a lot of space for Blakes to operate. And her, man, getting to the bucket, shooting it off the dribble, getting to her spots, deep range, mid-range game is in the bag. A smaller guard, but really is crafty around the rim finishing. Pierre, perfect compliment, man. 6'1", stretch forward that really just plays a lot bigger than what she is, man, at 6'1". Like, she's really good on the glass, gets position, she's explosive, good reaction time. She's a lethal scorer as well. I don't see both of them having the similar games that they had last time. I think they will come out and this game will be a lot closer. Now, am I saying that South Carolina is not going to win this game? Hell no. I absolutely think South Carolina takes care of business, but this is a good first test, man. Vanderbilt, they're going to be a tournament team. They have a chance to make some noise in the tournament. I do think their SEC tournament chances stop here, but when you're playing a team that has nothing to lose, they're young, they're hungry, and they want to play the best, and they truly believe they can beat the best, it makes for an exciting matchup. And for South Carolina, they haven't played a game yet. Vandy's already got a game under their belt, so they're ready to roll. They're warmed up already. South Carolina, of course, was in the stands scouting them today. And I think they need to come out with another hot start and straight punch Vandy in the mouth, straight up, man. Just continue to dominate the glass, use their size, protect the paint like they did with Fagan, with Joyce Edwards, make things difficult, body up on Pierre, box her out, and with Ayanna, man, they're definitely going to have to run her off the three-point line and just continue to throw traps at Mikayla Blakes in those pick and rolls, pressure the ball, guard 94 feet, and attack the glass. They did a really good job of being aggressive and dominating the glass, getting second chance points, but also drawing fouls, getting paint touches, getting to the free throw line, staying aggressive in that manner as well. So I think that is going to be key as far as, controlling the tempo of this game and taking those Vandy guards out of the play early. I know this seems like a two-headed attack with them. Vandy going to absolutely need their secondary players to step up like they did today against Tennessee. They don't have a lot of size. They don't play a lot of size. They got a couple like 6'4" out there. They don't play a lot of minutes. Like, Pierre is going to be the focal point in the paint, and I think South Carolina could really just stick with the similar strategy they did. Just don't get caught lacking. Don't get caught overlooking this team. Stay focused. Don't look too far ahead, and don't underestimate this group just because you about 30-balled them a few weeks ago. I really think Vanderbilt is one of the hottest teams in the SEC right now. They are rolling. That Tennessee win definitely gave them confidence. Beating a rival, sweeping them for the first time in program history. Like, Vanderbilt is definitely feeling themselves right now. So it should be a really exciting matchup. It's a bit of contrasting styles, but I also want to shout out Tessa Johnson, man, because Tournament Tessa looks like she is ready to be in full effect. We remember what she did last year, her and Full Wally through the postseason. Full Wally was the SEC tournament MVP. So, you know, they're coming to prepared to straight hoop and get active in this SEC tournament, man. South Carolina got the 1 seed through the coin flip, and I think that in itself is going to be a chip on their shoulder to prove that they deserve that 1 seed, that they earned it fair and square, no BS, and that, you know, they want to continue to keep this run going. They want another SEC championship, tournament championship for this 2021 class with Raven Johnson, Breezy Hall, and Sanaya Fagan. They want another championship, and then they have bigger aspirations, of course, for a national championship, but it all starts here, and I'm excited for this matchup. I think it'll be a good first test for South Carolina for them to get their feet wet in this tournament, but they got to come out aggressive and, you know, avoid a slow start, avoid settling for bad shots, and continue to just turn it up on defense, man, because Mikayla Blakes is a special talent. You know, she's one of the leading scorers in the country. I think, you know, you deny her the basketball, you force her to take tough shots, you force her to get the ball out of her hands and make other teammates beat you. If you're South Carolina, make anybody else from Vanderbilt beat you but Mikayla Blakes, and Pierre, and Ayanna Moore as well. So it'll be fun to watch, though. I think it'll be a really good game for them, but Vandy is confident. This is not the same team as a few weeks ago, so you can't overlook them. That's a wrap for us, though. Y'all give me y'all's feedback in the comments. Talk to me. That is a wrap. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff, and join our memberships. We got exclusive content daily, weekly, whenever you need it. And also follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, my people, we out.